What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the title is going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot about this video. It's been so many people, bro. So many people that's been in my emails, DMs, everywhere, like tagging me on X, sending me stuff through my email about this video as well. I think it's like almost 2 hours or something like that, but is a clip of Lindy Lee. I have seen her before. It was when the whole campaign with Kamala and stuff like that. But I think this is like my second or third time seeing it. But I've seen so many people send me this, so I was like, I need to check it out. Before we get in this video though, everybody that's been commenting about my hat and saying that they want one, this, that, and the other. This is literally, if y'all don't know me, I love Supreme, the brand Supreme. If y'all don't know what Supreme is, people say that it's dead and nobody wears Supreme, but I wear a lot of Supreme and Bape, and it's a Supreme hat. It's a hand-tied beanie. I have a black one and I have this one as well, and I have a couple others. But this particular one I am making, as well as a black one, but these will be first. And instead of the Supreme, it'll say Trump on it. Those will be, I am getting those made. I'm actually talking to somebody now to get those made. If y'all have other people that y'all know that do hand-tie beanies or something like that, please let me know. But I do have somebody that, we're in the works of getting these made, because a lot of people have been commenting, asked where they are. And I don't want y'all to spend a whole bunch of money on a brand. I think this hat was like, I don't even know. I think it was expensive. I'm not even gonna lie. Supreme goes expensive, like $100 or something. But trust and believe, I'm not gonna charge $100 for these at all, so y'all don't have to worry about that. It'd be cheaper. I don't even think I'm charging I don't even think I'm charging 50. So it'd be lower than 50. But one thing about it is that I do appreciate y'all, for the ones that always got something to say, and the people that got something to say about me wearing my pink hoodie last night. If y'all don't know, my mom she had breast cancer. She ended up beating breast cancer, which I'm so thankful of. It's actually my first video that I have on YouTube, I'm pretty sure right now. All my car stuff was deleted, but that's my first video on YouTube right now, so I think it's pretty cool. But I definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. I got to get in this video.
They thought it was Bernie Sanders running it, but I think the general consensus, I think if you asked, the majority of the population, I think it was Obama's third term.
It was for sure Obama's third term. I don't think that's even a question. I don't think anyone it definitely was. And that's why you saw Obama fighting for his dear life. Why was he fighting so hard in the fall? Because he was fighting for his fourth term. He was fighting for his own legacy. The relationship between Obama and Biden is most reminiscent of that between LBJ and JFK. JFK had little respect for Lyndon B. Johnson, but he picked him anyway because he wanted to win the South. He wanted to win Texas. But he had very little respect for LBJ's intellect. JFK was surrounded by his Harvard brain trust, and he had immense disdain for LBJ's Texas Hill Country vibe. And that was the same attitude that Obama had towards Biden. Obama thought that Biden would eventually fuck everything up. And that's eventually actually what happened. Mm-hmm. So, but also he didn't have much faith in Kamala Harris. Before she ascended to the top role, he was vetting people like Mark Kelly and Andy Bashir. Most party chieftains didn't have Kamala Harris as their number one choice. But
I feel like nobody did either. And on top of that, I know a lot of y'all probably gonna comment and be like, we knew this. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people knew, about this whole Obama thing. But who was gonna come out and say it? Who was actually around all these individuals and come out and really reveal everything that was going on? And I hear it, Lindy Lee
as their number one choice. But in the party of DEI, you can't skip a black woman. The optics would have been terrible.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So who is running it? Who are the names?
Steve Ricchetti, his senior advisor, Anita Dunn, Mike Donnellan, Ron Klain, Jeff Zients, Bob Bauer, his personal lawyer, who's actually his personal lawyer, who actually leased a book basically grifting off his relationship with the Bidens. I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying all this. Please give me credit but these are the people who ran our country for the last 4 years.
So let's go through.
But her being real about this is amazing. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And one thing about it, prayers to her, because this is something that I don't think a lot of people realize. This is something that is very tough to do, even though it may be easy to say. This is something that's definitely tough to do. For a person to reveal a lot of the things that's happening behind closed doors. So definitely protect her at all costs.
Each name for all of the audience. Not everybody is as tuned in with who's who in the political world.
As a general overview, these are the people who made a living off of their connection with Biden.
Okay. Wow.
It's like they were leeching off the Biden name for decades, and all of them realized that they would never work for another president, so they had to ride the gravy train all the way through, and ride it to the very end. And that's why all of them refused to concede the truth, which is that Biden is unfit, and he would have been comatose by the time he was 86.
Who's the first name you mentioned?
Steve Ricchetti, the same guy who put his own kid at the Treasury.
Who is he? What's his position?
His most senior White House senior advisor. Like, all of them are White House counselor or White House senior advisor. And they are the gatekeepers of the president.
Who's the next name?
Mike Donnellan, the same guy who's feeding, I'm just going to say it like it is, feeding Biden fake numbers, telling him that he would win, he would beat Trump. Seriously, are you kidding me? And the truth of the matter is, by the time Biden was going to drop out, he was on track to lose the Electoral College by 400 votes. Trump was on track to get 400 Electoral College votes. Not a typo. I'm not misspeaking. 400 electoral votes by the time he dropped out. And Mike Donnellan, his pollster, whom they go back decades. By the way, the major qualification for all these folks is that they know Biden really well. These aren't like PhDs or like rocket scientists or anything like that. It's just because of loyalty.
But the thing is that I absolutely hate, and I have to pause the video. A lot of people always talk about it, you pause, blah, blah, blah. Copyright. So I gotta, and I be having this stuff to say, because they'll say a whole bunch of stuff and I'll forget what I have to say. So anyways, what I have to say is that people thought that, we were crazy. People thought that so many people were crazy in the fact that, oh, that's not true about Biden. That's not true. Come on, y'all. Y'all hear what she's saying. What's going on, from what I'm hearing, from what I'm comprehending, is that all these people, like what was said, run all over Biden. Biden don't know what's going on. But I don't know what's going on, just for the simple fact of his health, I'll say. I don't want to get, I ain't going to get too disrespectful, and, but his health, they know Biden not in the right state of mind. So doing everything they can, that's crazy. But then again, we knew that. Somebody just had to say
or like rocket scientists or anything like that. It's just because of loyalty. And they've stayed with him for a number of years. So Mike Donnellan, Nancy Pelosi actually called him out, and she said, show me the numbers, Mike, show me where you're getting these numbers that show that Biden can still beat Trump. And Donnellan wasn't able to deliver. No such numbers exist.
Who's the next name?
Who did I say? Anita Dunn. I actually have a soft spot for Anita Dunn, because she got iced out of the Biden circle in August of this past year, because she dared to say maybe it's a good idea for the president to shy away from his convicted felon of a son, because the optics aren't great.
Why do you have a soft spot for somebody who's running the country in the shadows to the ground?
Because she dared to speak up. She's the only one who did.
And I feel like that right there, bro, I'm getting the chills right now. I'm telling y'all, bro, this stuff right here, people aren't going to do. I talk about this all the time on my channel, how a lot of stuff is just swept up under the rug. And her saying that she had a soft spot for her, even though that this woman, did this and then Biden circle this, that, and the other. But having to speak up about something like that, being the only one, it's getting pretty
She's the
wild.
only one who dared to utter criticism.
But we went 4 years.
I know, but she's
with
the
this
only
shit.
one who did anything a little bit different, you know? And she
Then
got exiled. She got kicked out of the White House. So
when?
she's July.
Wow.
So she
Who
got
else?
booted out, and then not only her husband got booted out. Her husband, Bob Bauer, was Biden's personal attorney. So after Anita, so I should also mention that after the debate, Hunter basically commandeered the White House. He sat in on all the White House top level meetings. You had a former cocaine addict sitting in on the most sensitive meetings of the most consequential.
Bro, and then my thing is, what I absolutely hate, bro, is that this isn't out anywhere, bro. Why is Hunter sitting at these top? This is what I be talking about, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know that. Everything else, I'm like, yeah, we kind of figured, but him at the top, I mean, I can't be so surprised. Now, I mean, on how he, being treated and what I've seen from Hunter Biden, but I mean, like, for real, bro? It's insane.
Cocaine addict sitting in on the most sensitive meetings of the most consequential and important government in world history. Does that sit right with you?
No.
Without security clearance, mind you. No security clearance.
Wow.
That's who was basically running the show. So Hunter.
So having Hunter Biden sitting there, knowing that he, having this addict, allegedly, I have to say certain stuff, y'all, bro. Even though we know what's true and what's not. My thing is, y'all got this man at these meetings, bro. He's in these top, I'm talking about top levels, these meetings. Why? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like this, a lot of this stuff, it don't make sense to me. A lot of this stuff that I'm so glad that somebody, spoke up and letting the world know about this stuff, because it's definitely important. Me personally, I was even, a little bit, I don't even want to talk about it. I got to watch what I say. I don't even want to say nothing because
Security clearance.
you got to watch what you say on here, y'all.
That's who was basically running the show. So Hunter basically battened down the hatches after the debate to make sure that his father would only receive intel that he pre-approved. And so Anita Dunn got exiled around this time, along with her husband. Her husband was playing Trump in the debate prep. Ron Klain was disgraced after the debate blew up. And then Jeff Zients, the person who's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, the chief of staff. I should mention that the weekend that Biden made the decision to drop out, he only told two people in that circle, and that's that's Steve Ricchetti and Mike. He didn't tell Anita because I was on a call with Anita that morning and she had no idea it was going to happen. It completely caught her off guard. So by that time, they were already easing her out of the circle.
Is there any? Did we cover all the names?
Did we? Jill Biden?
Jill.
That's one thing about it. I feel like just by her, it's just so many things that went through her head. I know her adrenaline is just, because it's so many things that she's seen that was done behind closed doors that obviously wasn't right. And for her to speak up about it, I really, really appreciate that and love her for this, because this is something that definitely needs to be out. It needs to be out regardless. So, like I said, protect her at all costs. This is.
Did we? Jill Biden?
Jill Biden.
She was like president. She was president. I was with Joe.
But
and
then
Jill.
again, we know these things. Like, we call it out. People call it out all the time. I didn't see people call it on my comments. Like, she's sitting here, she's in the middle. You see videos. It was a video. It was a picture and a video. It was a little minute ago. And Jill Biden was sitting in the meeting, and Joe, I don't even think Joe was there. If he was there, he was asleep or something. But I'm pretty sure Jill Biden, she was like in that seat. She was in like that, y'all know what I'm talking about. She was literally like in Biden's seat, in Joe Biden's seat. Literally going over everything. So everything she's saying, it's like it's giving us confirmation. It's giving us confirmation. Obviously it's things that, you know, what was said, and you get, oh, that's a lie. You got people spreading around fake news, this, that, and the other. But you got somebody that was literally in that circle seeing what was going on, and she's here to reveal it all.
The night of the debate, I was at their VIP debate watch party. I slept all the way to Atlanta, Georgia for that, to show my support. Oh my gosh, Sean, you wouldn't believe it. So that night, I have the pictures too. I was with Joe. And so Jill takes Joe by the hand. The names are so similar. I'm sorry. Jill takes Joe by the hand on stage, and she's like, Joe, you knew all the facts. You answered all the questions. And you know that hand gesture that she does. And I'm thinking, you're treating him like a first grader. You know, like just because he, you know, like you shouldn't applaud him for doing the basics. And you could just tell that she was fighting for dear life to hold on to the vestige of power. And just a few days later, she was on the cover of Vogue. So the whole thing was a Jill Biden show. She was not as authentic as Joe, I want to say. I think as Joe got older, maybe you think I'm naive in saying this, but I'm not even sure if he remembers all of the corruption that he engaged in.
But doesn't surprise me.
Like, I don't think he had a full understanding what was going on.
I don't.
But my thing is, I'm not gonna go as far as that. Now, as you know what she's saying, you know, I think she said, I want to make sure I'm hearing this right.
To say, I think as Joe got older.
Yeah. Okay. So I can see, you know, him getting older and him, you know, his health. I feel like because we know obviously what Biden is about, what Joe Biden is about, but I feel like it got worse because they got an opportunity, you know, they got an opportunity to obviously see what they can actually do because of his health and because of how he is. And me personally, like I said, I absolutely, bro, my ring just cut me. I honestly think that it's one of those things. Like I'm glad that, you know, you get confirmation. Like I said, it takes a strong person to do what she's doing. I don't care what nobody say. It takes a strong person to do what she's doing. You're talking about the president of the United States, and you're talking about the people that surround him, you know, within all the corruption that's going on. It obviously is pretty crazy within this whole video. If there's other clips, please let me know because I want to check more of this out. This was literally only 8 minutes and 30 seconds of this whole talk. This is the only clip that I've seen. But y'all just let me know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Talked enough, and make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. Catch y'all next one.